is music. Music is something you don't necessarily need, but it's something that we want. We want it so much that it has become a need. Well, it's that important. The best part about creating music is that it's like you're making a song you always wanted to listen to, but never ever have heard before. It's kind of magical, you know.
The point is to give a voice to our opinions and ideas, from touching souls that see us on live stages to people who may only hear us on a stereo. It truly is the universal language. As individuals, we're as opposite as the poles, comprising of different frequencies, varying energy. But when these elements collide, on a stage or in a backroom studio, is when sparks fly. That moment at this point of this collision is when we realized why this became our lives.
The fire within is all. Your eyes too cold to see. Goodbye to say won't hear me. Oh, won't you hear me? Oh. Won't hear me. Oh, won't you hear me? Oh.
My side, summer's a ride, sun shining bright, lovers don't cry, love in the ride, sunsets are wide, we flying high, dreams in the sky, feelings alive, man what a sight, pearl of the sea, still shining bright, all that you need is Iraq and ice, I sit in traffic, I'm losing my mind, grooving to things that they feed us just so we relieve ourselves, only show news that can sell, I pray to God so we all avoid hell, you pray to God just for yourself, oh well, I roll an L, I look around, I see it well, I see potential and yearning for change, culture and faith, it's just all in the name, evolving is part of the game, ain't feel the same, since Claymores blew up down my lane, leaders shot up on the stage, that and some reasons that I can't disclose, but look, hey, past is the past, but the lessons aren't safe, ignorance is bliss, but the cost we must pay.
You know, baby, the fire within was my own. Your eyes
think as a sound and as an EP, this is quite a significant one because it's a live EP. But in terms of the concept that we brought about with it, it's like this. Like, we looked at To You and EP as, generally as a letter to our younger selves. But if we break down the tracks individually, we look at quite a lot of subcategories. For instance, Arai, it's about the uncertainty of life and death. And if you look at the track To You, it's more of a recollection of what we went through. I mean, in the sense of losing people and coming to realizations. And if you look at Title Untitled, we look at things like more of the socio-economic aspect of things, of what we are going through right now. So yeah, it's quite special to us, man. It's a very special EP to us. It comes straight from our hearts.
In terms of sound, easiest way to explain this is if you guys have heard our older record Hustle, there are 3 songs which takes 3 different directions in terms of sound. But so if you take Lyrical Attack, that's more funk based, so that's what we're gonna do for your upcoming album. Desire is something more easy to listen to, something that we would do with more along with the singles that we're gonna release soon. And so Hustle, the title track itself is a more live sounding track. So that's the sound that we have taken to this, because we are doing it live. It sounds far better live with the human element than on like a normal modern recording process. In terms of that, we're going for a more ambient, jazzy sound. Also, we have used a little bit of progressive rock here and there.
So talking more about the EP, it's not going to be your typical audio EP. It's going to be a video EP, because done with the 3 songs, we're doing 3 live videos done at the studio. I mean, it's a different concept. It's actually a leap of faith that we took to even try to do this project, because as musicians, we do it the way we record is all individually, so there is no human factor in it. So what we wanted to do in this EP was to capture that, and I think we did it. It's completely different. I mean, we see these stuff being done abroad, like big musicians, big bands. It's not been done in our little sunny old country, especially in the English music scene. So this is something that we wanted to do.
So to give you an idea about how we added external instruments or how we added extra instruments into our music was Shavika had the idea of adding a few instruments in, and he bought it. He once came for practice and he just told us that we should try this out, and we did, and it worked out well. It blended in nicely, brought in a nice color to our tracks. Likewise, talking about Title Untitled, how that track came together was Savin actually. Savin came, and before we practice, we just plug in our instruments and jam. Savin just started jamming. I mean, he just played this riff on his bass, and everyone caught up to it, and it just happened. And we were like, okay, sounds like a sound. It sounds good. We felt it.
In terms of the process of the EP, we had to work with a lot of people, including the musicians and the video productions and recording engineer. So it was quite a process to find time for rehearsals, for recordings and all that, and there's a lot of practice into it, because we had to play the song perfectly. It's not like a normal recording where we can loop the track if we play it nicely. So it was a big process. We had to take one song, we had to take it twice on 2 days, because we kind of screwed it up. So yeah, so it was a big process. I hope you all guys enjoy this. We'll put a lot of hard work and a lot of time into this.
So in this EP, along the way, a lot of people helped us, and we couldn't do this without them. First and foremost, to Mike for approaching us and suggesting let's do this as an EP, and helping us record this and producing this. Thanks a lot. For all the visuals you're seeing right now, it was done by Lone Rider Travel Diaries. He's the one-man camera crew that we always wanted, and all our content comes through him. So big shout out to him. And also in this EP, we featured some musicians who added the extra oomph that we needed. So we got on violin, we got Tihani. On cello we have Amasha, on trumpet we have Prashant, and on tabla we have Talindu. So big shout out to them, and without them the extra sounds that you hear would not be possible. So thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite y'all to an evening of hood beats and good weed. See, the thing is, we got a few things in our minds that go fine with some bass lines. Let's get it. Minorities around the city gather around and sip juice. Now welcome to our side of drug abuse society. Although a part of me still believes in harmony, the other half tends to get me fucked up at the pharmacy. Far as I see, I might not make it out partially. Education don't decide at the end how smart you'll be. Seems to crash to you. Oh, and I crash to you. But the vibe you see is falling to the system. Lost two homies this year. Damn it, I miss them. This track ain't for dissing. This dog spilling out on paper. I said ta-ta, man, I'll see you later. Gunshots, headlines on the newspaper. Early morning, man, I woke up to the sound. Now when in this side of town, make sure you don't mess around. Make sure you don't mess around. Seems to pass way too soon. Crash to you, yeah. Oh, 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 and I crash to you. Bury me alive, bury me with pride, bury me with berries that forbidden fruit and cherry wine. Thank you very much, but tonight's our night. We're very bound, swinging for the fences, barbaric, unscripted, idle time. Everything in life subject to change. Change whips, change crowds, change rules, change opinions right before I change my mind. I don't really know the business, been in this since I was bending Lego blocks. Take a look at me now, you try snitch, take a toss. On my shotgun, gotta pop it at the stars. Sky's the limit, gotta finish as the first rappers on Mars. Mark our words, I'ma make my mark. When they make that martial law, when these Martians alienate mental state is still at heart. Fuck, look in my eyes, tell me you died, send me a track, no compromise. Tell me you love me, tell me that I don't give a fuck and can really decide. Wishing you luck to my enemies, all of my energy go with the Almighty God. Turning the bottle of Hennessy, fucking remedies, I'm getting better with time. Seems
So sound was something that really fascinated me, and why that is because you go to a beach, you get a sound specific to that place altogether, and if you go on top of a mountain or a hill, you get a set of sounds that are specific to that particular place itself. And unscripted is also something like that. You get a set of colors, you get a set of influences from all across the world, and it all comes together in a way that it sort of creates this vibe, and a vibe that's just specific to these guys. So working with these guys, I got to work with influencers from all around the world. I got to work with rock influenced progressive drumming, rock influenced hip hop, then there's harsh to really smooth vocals, you get heavy metal influenced or thrash metal influenced guitar riffs to bass. It's really nice to see like how all of those influences and all of those colors come together and create sort of rhythm patterns which are very specific and very new. Although they sound really familiar. And when it came to what I sort of did, it was just a matter of making sure that everyone experienced them for sort of who they are, and that's sort of why this EP is really special, because people get to experience Unscripted for who they really are.
I know your pension ain't enough. I know it's just an advertisement, it's propaganda. It's makeup before every show. Lights, camera, action. Motherfucker, this is everlasting. It's passion, it's dreams mixed with self-esteem. It's pure. Now they might sing along for sure. Before the bars end, make sure you keep in mind it all comes to an end. But I'm sorry about it. I said I'm sorry about it. I think I'm lost without it. But how badly do you wanna be alive?
Time seems to stand still.
Encrypted, unlistenable. You know that I feel it, you know that I feel it. Uncertainty in your feelings, you know that I feel it. Yeah. I smell it in the air, I see it in my dreams, and I smell it in the air. The sound of a life leaving a vessel, a moment so profound and special, a co-sound of being alive. Without a reason it takes you away. The thought of it is quite appealing. Uncertainty in your feelings, know that I feel it. You know that I feel it, you know that I feel it. Yeah, but I'm sorry about it. I said I'm sorry about it. I think I'm lost without it. I feel the cost, don't doubt it. But how badly do you wanna be alive?
Old time seems to stand still. Oh, in my irony. Oh, in this time of turmoil, I knew life could go right. Oh, time seems to stand still. Oh, in my irony. Oh, in this time of turmoil, I knew life could go right.
Sabah today. We are putting together this demonstration of music and art not to grab your attention, but rather to change your perception. A life is taken for granted, moreover an unknown life is not given a fuck about. Our time here is very limited, it's very restricted when compared to the bigger picture. The 80-odd years we spend is a speck of what is actually going on in this universe. Some fall short of this 80, could be reduced to 50, 30, 20, 15, or even a day after coming into this world. My point is that celebrating our time here is what's more important than trying to extend it. We had to lose too many homies before we understood that. Too many dead at 20, too many washed over dreams, too many tears on the screen, very little time spent appreciating the real thing. Too much of sorrow after it's gone. It could be them, it could be we, yeah. It could be you, it could be me. What's important is that it could happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be fair. It never comes with explanations, you just have to be aware. Got me lost in thought for years, but when you let go off the fear, it becomes kinda clear. Let go off every string attached one by one, you'd find it's peaceful when the time is gone. So R.I.P. to the Most High, far I see we'll be fine.
But how badly do you wanna be alive? Old time seems to